You already know what's in it. Vintage. Hope it's vintage. Vintage Christmas lights. For my resurrection of my green plastic tree from the 80s. So these are tulip lights. So they're not quite exactly what I had back in the 80s, but they're close enough. Because I want them in white. So I got a set of 70 clear tulip lights. That should be more than enough to do, I don't know, 2-foot tree. We got peanuts everywhere. Ah! Because I was thinking about, rehabbing this tree and doing it in all LEDs and stuff like that, but it's like, I've already got 3 trees. Let's see, 1, 2, actually 4 trees. That's on LED. Keep one the old school way. Besides, it's been around since the 80s. Might as well just keep that theme going of old vintage lights. They are. So, they got a tag on them. They got a date on them. 1995. So that's pretty. These are pretty old. Awesome. It's so awesome that they got the tag on them. So, nothing better to do other than light them up. Oh yeah. Nice. Super. Super awesome. So these guys are a little, like I said, they're a little different than the ones I've had. Because the tulip part itself, because I had the sets with the tulip and the bulb were all in one. Where these guys, they got a socket cover over them, so each one of these things got its own little, these things. So even if the set goes bad, you can salvage these. So these are your standard everyday Christmas lights, nothing special about them. So they got the only different about these guys is that these are 3.5 volt bulbs. So I'm going to have to get 3.5 volt bulbs just to keep them alive. And even if the set went to hell, you could just get another 70 set of Christmas lights and then transfer the tulip petals over. Very nice. So I guess I'll have a future video of getting some more 3.5 volt bulbs, and then I got another video coming. I already got one out. I'll have to fix it. I'll have to wait for them lights. Oh dear. So that's what's going to happen with these guys. I would, I'm going to guess a high failure rate for the first season I have these running. Maybe for the first couple of seasons until all these Whoever wants to die is going to die. And then replace them, and then they'll be in good shape. You know, once you get to that working plateau of all the failures, because you know this thing's been around since 1995. Who knows how many hours are on these things? And all of a sudden, it's that one bulb is working again. I guess I don't see it out again. Oh, there he is. He's over here. We'll fix him. So if these guys got, let's see if these guys got. So the obvious question already answered. It's got a shunt in it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be lit the rest of the set. So the wires are intact. It's just that the bulb itself is bad. Yeah, it's got some hours black. So we'll get her fixed up, and then we'll get her attached to the tree. And they're nice and warm already. So as I was saying, them other sets of tulip lights or petal lights are available out there where the bulb is actually in the tulip itself and it's not an outside coating. I had them in the 80s, and let me tell you, you know, these are a lot nicer because when you need to access the bulb, you can actually grip the base and then pull it off and then service your bulb. Where the other ones, you're forced to grab the petals, and a lot of the times, being that the plastic is old, you're gonna break them. So unless you got plenty of spares, there's people all over eBay that sells bags of spares because they say screw the set. They just pluck all the bulbs, throw them in a Ziploc bag, and then sell them for a couple bucks. So not much else to say other than nice set of vintage lights from 1995. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.